Welcome to the Talking Beards podcast. Our guest today is world-renowned archaeologist and facial hair league creator Brett Strauss. We talk about some really cool new additions to the FHL app, so if you're thinking about putting on an online competition or in-person competition, these new updates are really going to help you. We also talked about Native Americans and arrowheads. Brett was out on an archaeological dig a few weeks ago and pulled up some really great examples. Oh my gosh, who's texting me? Maybe it's Brett. He's probably texting me to go like, oh my God, Scott, I found this other arrowhead the other day. But maybe I should go tend to that right now. But you guys should go over to talkingbeards.com to find out more information about the show. So let me get to this text and you can go over and check out the new episode right meow. Welcome to the Talking Beards podcast, an entertainment news show all about the world of facial hair. You can catch the show live every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern by going to talkingbeards.com. While you're at the website, you can check out all the other cool things that we do. We cover the latest news going on in the beard and mustache world, from competitions, contests, fundraisers, and all the charity work. We also have special guests each week talking about what they're doing to make a difference in the facial hair world. We also do trivia each week with really great prizes, compliments of Honest Amish. So make sure you tune in every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. at talkingbeards.com. Now let's get on with the show.
I love donuts.
What?
I love that Josh Bethel did that and put me holding a donut box. Of all things that he could have done, that's what he did, and that was perfect.
Face is a donut.
Your face is a donut. What is up, Scott Sykora?
Not much, Aaron.
We're here. We don't whisper before the show anymore, and we have an intro. Things are wild these days.
Brandon Borderline's like, what up, homies?
We were just talking to you, Brandon Borderline.
We were talking about him, not to him.
We were just talking about you. So,
come on, Brett.
What is going on, everybody, in the Talking Beards chat world? I am Aaron D. Johnston, and this is Talking Beards, episode number 113 of the live show. This is episode number 188 of the podcast, and tonight we have Brett Strauss from the FHL on the show. He has some new updates that he's going to roll out, or they've already rolled out, but no one knows about it. But he's going to let everybody know about it tonight. So, yeah, like I said, I'm Aaron D. Johnston. Go ahead, Scott.
And I am Scott Sykora. Please go check out our site, I don't even know why I'm doing the talkingbeards.com.
www.talkingbeards.com.
That's right. Yeah, because, you know what you got to do. Go to talkingbeards.com. There you can check out old episodes of the show. You can subscribe to the podcast, which we'd like you to do, which reminds me of that I just released last week's episode last night, and I numbered it wrong, and I numbered it as 188.
Wow. Maybe I'm wrong. Last week was definitely 187.
Yeah, see, you know better than me.
I keep up.
So go over to that. Go over and subscribe, or you can go watch the show, which is live right now, which is also on YouTube. Periscope, I thought was like done now, but I guess not.
I don't know. It said like March something, and it's the 30th, so I don't know. Maybe we're not even on Periscope right now. I have no idea. I don't even know. There's there's nobody watching it on there, so I don't know. I don't know if anybody's ever even watched Periscope besides Andrew and just being a smart aleck. Speaking of Andrew, it's his birthday today. Did you know that?
His birthday. We should have played a birthday video for him.
Oh my gosh. We should. There's still time.
Well, that's all right, because I remember what happened last time we tried to do this, and it.
Yeah, I screwed the pooch, as the kids say. So, we have something special for Andrew after a while. So, let's just get this started. Tonight, we'd like for everybody to go do what you know you're supposed to do. So please go do it and share this episode. Share it everywhere. And, even people that don't care about the show, share it to them anyway. Look how good Brett and Cher look.
I know. It's like they were like cut from the same stone. Just beautiful.
As I said that, look, being a bonehead over on Periscope. Periscope still works. And everybody knows that is the best format to watch Talking Beards on is Periscope. Because, you know, that's what all the kids watch episodes of stuff on.
Harry Flanagan, the guy who sends birthday songs to people out on the Facebook world, says it's y'all's turn to sing happy birthday to Andrew.
Yeah, go for it, Scott. You're the musician.
To you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Andrew. Happy birthday to you.
Woo! We did it. He's clapping right now.
We did.
All right, now what?
So we have a new segment that we're introducing to the show. It's called Talking Beards. Oh, it should have been called Talking Beards the Mail.
Oh, well, you know, we can call it that. This is Talking Beards the Mail. This wasn't made 10 minutes ago, if that's what you're thinking. So
it wasn't.
We'll have a better one next week, but this is it. Talking Beards the Mail. That's what it's going to be. So yeah, so like we talked about last week, we randomly get things in the mail. Sometimes a lot, sometimes not as much. I know around Christmas time, I got mass quantities of Christmas tree cakes, and I always did not even know where they came from. So,
but you ate them anyways, though, right?
Yeah, I don't care where they came from. I'm still going to eat them. But yeah, so we get beard mail in, and we decided that it'd be smart for us to, you know, put it on display some sort. And we have this cool live show thing. And so we figured this is a pretty good display of what we could do with our beard mail. So, Scott Sykora, do you have any Talking Beards the Mail?
No, actually, I got
hey,
no
do you have
mail.
any mail? We better do a whole segment on it, but I don't have any.
Yeah, well, because you get all the mail. That everyone sends you stuff. I very rarely get stuff.
So everybody sends Scott Sykora mail.
Yeah. Yeah, just email us at talkingbeards1@gmail.com and we'll get you that information.
Absolutely. So I got mail.
Oh, are you serious, Mark?
I did. So this was like a Erin Natalie beard mail thing, and I should have brought her little trophies up here, but I didn't. I forgot. So yeah, so we participated in the Bearded Hero beard and mustache competition. Natalie competed in like 400 categories, and I just donated money because, you know, I didn't really feel like doing any competition stuff online. So we donated the box, I think, to the raffle and a couple Honest Amish prize packs, and we sent those off. So that was pretty good. Natalie was on that, and otherwise it would still be sitting on the shelf like I see packages right now that I need to send off.
Jeff Ray says, howdy, Aaron.
What's up, Jeff Ray?
Oh, Will Inman says, hey, hey.
Hi, hey. So, Jennifer Anderson sends out freaking letters, and that is like so amazing. So we got letters for, basically, Natalie, thank you for competing. You're super awesome. Here's your prizes. And then we got one. It says, Natalie and Aaron, thank you for your donation to Bearded Hero Inc. Because of generosity like yours, we were able to raise over $5,398.56. And that will be divided and given to our charities, Gigi's Playhouse, Fort Wayne, and the Mustard Seed Furniture Bank, Beds for Kids. So, yeah, super cool. It goes on and on, but, you know, reading. So, yeah, I got this as beard mail. That's super cool. And also, I get hit up on Instagram, like by random beard companies. And 99% of the time, I'm like, I'm with Honest Amish. I'm not, accepting any beard stuff. I appreciate it. And, some people still send me like a t-shirt, or if they have like pomade or something like that, I'll utilize the pomade. That's kind of how, my deal with Ruzel went. Ruzel has a beard stuff. They send me pomade. I don't mess with their beard stuff. So this company, they have pomade, and, but I kind of sort of didn't really remember talking to them until it showed up. And then I went back and looked at my messages and I was like, oh yeah, I remember having this conversation with them. So I guess sometimes I'm just in social media autopilot. The company is the New York Shaving Company. They got a super cool comb. And yeah, they sent me a whole mess of stuff, man. Like I got this pomade, smells super good. They have a candle. It is not here because it's fragrant, extremely fragrant. It is
bubbly
guy. What's up, bubbly? So yeah, they have a candle. It's like I said, it's the New York Shaving Company. I'm going to try, some of this stuff out. Like the pomade, obviously, and probably the beard wash. They got an aftershave balm. They sent me a beard cream that Andrew Matson will be trying out. Here's the shaving cream. I'll try that stuff out. Here's the beard wash. But yeah, it's all, really, really good smelling stuff. And a lip balm. So yeah, really nice people. I've talked to him several times and told him I was going to try this stuff out. And, I left out the whole, I don't remember talking to you part, but that's fine. They probably don't watch the show probably. But yeah,
what happens when you say that?
That, more people watch the show than I realize when I make comments like that.
That is the truth, sir. Truth.
100%. Yeah. Remember that time that, anyway. Yeah. So yeah, I got a cool comb and some pomade. I'm going to probably try out, my next shower from the New York Shaving Company. And,
you should try the lip balm out.
I will also try out the lip balm. So this is Natalie's Trophies from Bearded Hero. The first place. Does it say it on here?
That was for the Mind Boggler, I think. Yeah.
So this is first place for Mind Boggler. And this is her third place for Women's Realistic Beard.
First place.
This is first?
Yeah.
This is first place. I thought you got third in something.
I got 2 thirds in different categories. That's still in the way.
Oh, okay. So there's more trophies coming. So next week we will, have. These were made by the charities.
Yeah, and hopefully next week I'll have beard mail.
I hope you have beard mail.
Well, I thought you said something's on the way, which is something I'm really excited about getting. So
yes. I will reach out to him and see if it's on the way. And yeah, so we have a guest coming up in the next few weeks, and we'll talk about him next week once we get the products and everything in. But yeah, we've got a super cool guest coming up, and he's got some new product that he's sending us, and we're going to try it out, and I don't know, should be super cool. But
hey,
yeah,
Aaron.
Hey, Scott.
Do you know what time it is right now?
Boy, do I.
Talking Beards, the news with Matt McClear. And Brett eating his dinner.
Brett's eating his dinner. And Matt McClear is telling the news. Oh, hey, Matt.
Oh, hey, what's up, guys?
Not much.
I don't know. What is up?
What is up?
No, I don't know.
And stuff.
You look good.
Oh, you guys look good.
I
like the new segment, the beard mail, but like I had to do a quick little makeup check because I was kind of tearing up that Scott didn't have any mail, and now I gotta send him something. Maybe I'll send him a sticker of somebody that looks like this guy.
You should. He needs a bunch of those.
Yeah, I don't think he has any, right?
Nope.
Okay.
Probably
get right into the news. I know you guys are a really amazing guest, and you guys are super busy. So I have one pretty amazing news article. So I'm Matt, and this is your Talking Beard News brought to you by Beard Laws.
Hi, Matt.
I think I'm going to start off about a man from Florida. But no, we're going to go Georgia this time. They're pretty much the same thing, right? No? Okay. Oh, well, they're close. A Georgia man said his former employer owed him a pretty penny, $915 to be exact, after leaving his job in November. But Andres Flatten said he was shocked to see his final payment, 90,000 oil or grease-covered pennies at the end of his driveway earlier in the month, is what was reported by APnews.com. Atop the pile was an envelope with the final pay stub and an explicit parting message. We're not going to say that message because I think this is somewhat of a family show. But he said that he left his job at Peachtree City's A.O.K. Walker Auto Works. That's a heck of a name. That was a long name. Anyways, he said he was owed a final check and had
Rutledge Woods
getting
from.
it. even turned to the Georgia Department of Labor to receive help. So in mid-March, said he left his house with his girlfriend. He noticed at the pile, there was a big pile at the end of his driveway, went down, there was pennies covered with oil or grease or something like that. So now his nightly routine consists of cleaning the pennies so he can cash them in. Said it took him about an hour and a half to clean off several hundred. And he said, I think that's going to be a lot of work for money I've already worked for. He said it's definitely not fair at all. The owner of the shop, Miles Walker, spoke to WGCL TV briefly, stating he didn't know if he did it or didn't do it.
Was he drunk or something when he did it?
I don't know. Apparently that was his way of being like, I don't know.
Probably.
But yeah,
it was probably pretty... Matt McClare. That's what
I didn't do it. My name wasn't in there.
I don't know. Maybe.
But could you imagine being owed $915 and your employer was just like, yeah, here you go. We're just going to go ahead and we're just going to give you a bunch of pennies.
Hey, pennies spend too.
It's true. But what was really interesting, they were making light of the whole situation and they found a couple of like rare pennies that are worth maybe $1 or $2. So they
really so he got like $919.
Yeah. So
jokes on them.
So many dollars.
Got him good.
What were you doing, Scott?
I wanted to show the dog. He's laying on the floor really funny right now. My camera doesn't go that far.
I didn't know.
I thought he was going to have a jug of pennies. Like I thought that tote over there was blue, and I thought he was going to pull out and be like, "Now that's 90,000 pennies."
Yeah,
his face is 90,000 pennies.
That's pretty much where that was going.
Joe Myers' face is up $90,000.
Joe Myers says we're a bunch of jerks.
Yeah.
What a jerk.
Here, she says, hey.
Oh, hey, we like you more, Adrian, than Joe Myers. He's a jerk.
That Joe Myers, him and his dumb grocery store.
Yeah. I was like, Myers.
That's funny.
Got it. Yep.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Andrew.
So speaking of Andrew's birthday.
Speaking of Andrew's birthday, so last time you were on the show, we introduced a segment that was going to give away a prize. So guess what we're going to do again tonight?
Give away a prize.
Yeah, so Honest Amish soap. So whoever goes over to Andrew Matson's Facebook page and wishes him happy birthday the most amount of times will win an Honest Amish soap. So make sure you post on his page right now, everyone, and go to Andrew Matson's Facebook page, make separate posts that say happy birthday or something to the sort. And the person who makes the most amount of posts on there, on his page, will win an Honest Amish soap.
Is there any bonus points for doing it on his Twitter since he's the only Periscope viewer?
No, but you should. So everybody, I highly recommend that you go to his Facebook page and make the most absurd amount of posts possible. And you could win an Honest Amish soap. And if it's an extreme number, I will send you more stuff. So if it's just like you did like a few but you won, I'll send you a soap. But if like it gets ridiculous, I will I will hook you up accordingly to how ridiculous this gets. You have till midnight.
Oh wow.
Glander says, great idea. I love that one.
Yeah. So Sean Glander, I expect, nothing but some good ones from you. So get creative and make a lot of posts. Thank you. All right. So happy birthday, Andrew.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to our biggest fan.
Matt McClear, what do you got going on TikTok Tuesday tonight?
Episode 26. For some reason, it's the 26th time people are going to come and watch that. And we're giving away a bunch of beef jerky, some water, a case of water. I forget the name of the brand, and some Raz energy drink. Or Raze. How do you say it? Raze. It depends where you are. Some say oil, some say oil. But yeah, we're giving 5 different winners tonight on the show. So that's going to be cool.
Nice.
And then Thursday, we are announcing the winner of the Beard Madness tournament. And it's down to Robert McCallis, who is on TikTok and Instagram, and Jimmy Novato. I don't know if that's really how you say it, but he's got that huge orange beard. So those are the finals. What's up, Michelle? And we're going to announce the winner, and we're going to do beard oil roulette with Woolly Wizard. So people can go there and have a chance to win some free beard oil on Woolly Wizard. It's a cool little time. Yeah,
sweet.
Beardlaws.com.
I think Andrew Matson's rigging his Facebook it won't work.
I was gonna say,
okay. I hear him over there whispering. I didn't know what was happening right now. My live studio audience.
You have made it. You guys have one of the most, probably the best studio audience I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, definitely. All of them. So what do you have going on Thursday, Matt?
Oh, I just said that.
Yeah, you dummy.
Sorry, I was distracted with the peanut gallery.
Distracted, but it's a good show. It's a good show.
My bad.
It's okay. I'm kind of glad you didn't. It's okay. So when you tune in Thursday, you'll be.
Was that the roulette stuff that you were talking about? Was that for Thursday?
Yes,
I did hear it, but I didn't hear the transition. I was like,
it was funny when I said the winner of Beard Madness and Jimmy. Your eyes lit up like, oh, I know that big beard.
Yeah, well, I didn't hear the transition from Tuesday to Thursday.
Oh my god!
Oh my bad. And Joe Myers did
all of
say
that was on
we're
Tuesday.
not the jerks. That the company with the pennies was the jerks. Not us.
And remember his grocery store was dumb.
Oh,
remember the beard mail that we had? Those mail things that you got in the mail. Remember that?
Oh yeah. I don't remember.
Remember the time you played me a birthday song? It was my favorite.
Well, not all birthday songs have to have hearable lyrics.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just the video that counts, Matt.
It hit my heart. Very, very good. So thank you.
All right. You want to tell us what's going on the show Thursday?
Yeah. One more time.
All right. So apparently he's not going to have a show on Thursday, but he probably will. So really tune in Thursday, 9:00 Eastern to Talking Beards and or Beard Laws. You can pull them both up. Everybody's got a computer and a phone. So yeah, that's it.
You want to check something out real quick?
What?
Look at this.
Is that the Facial Hair League website?
It is, and this is
look how up to date it is with the FHL 2015 competitors. That's nice. That was a good year in bearding. That's probably why it's still up there.
I know. The FHL app. Look at this, everyone. Does everyone who's watching the show tonight have they gone to download this yet?
But they should.
They should. So all you got to do is you go over to thefacialhairleague.com. And then right here at the top, it says FHL app. You click on that and it gives you either the Google Play Store or the App Store. Go over there, click on it, and get the app.
Get that app. So tonight we have Mr. Brett Strauss on the show, the owner, operator, CEO, and creator of the Facial Hair League. And he has some new tech that he's rolling out tonight, like we said earlier. So let's bring him on and hear all about it. Come on, Brett.
Hey guys, evening.
What's up, buddy? How are you?
Yes.
I'm doing pretty good. Been a long day, but glad you guys could have me on.
Yeah, anything for you, Brett. It's not like we've been trying to bring you on for a month or anything like that. It's like this was like the first time, and boom, here you are.
You're too busy out. You were too busy looking for arrowheads. We got the whole download on that, but apparently we're not allowed to talk about it tonight.
Yeah,
so
the arrowheads.
We might have to have you back on for Arrowhead Night.
That's a shame. That's a great topic, man. That's a fascinating thing. And you can search for them in pretty much every state, which is pretty cool too. So
Jeff Ray says, "What's up, Brett?"
Hey, Jeff. Hey, tell him I like his T-shirt from his post today.
Hey, guess what, Jeff? Brett wants to let you know that he likes your T-shirt from that post today.
Yeah,
I can't share this knife, this hand knife used for cutting stuff.
Probably
great?
Someone's throat.
Maybe.
Yeah,
more likely a buffalo skin, but that's the kind of stuff we like to collect. So
this is great. All right, so we just got to know the real Brett Strauss. Now we're gonna really get to know who is the real Brett Strauss right now.
Yeah, that's the nerdy side, and now we'll dive into the really nerdy side. So I appreciate you guys making time. Wanted to just kind of talk about some of the new functions and features we've released on the Facial Hair League app that will make events hopefully go even smoother and more convenient. So based on everything that happened in the last year, we've added a new feature that allows for remote registration. So now you have the ability for an event to occur where people can register themselves. They can upload their own photo. They can update their photo the day of the event. The MCs can log in remotely like you're doing when you do the events from your show. The judges can log in remotely. You can basically run an entire event without anybody having to be on site. Or you can run an event where certain people might be remote.
But you can still run the event old school as well.
Absolutely. So, in the past, you might have a judge that can't make it because the flight gets canceled. Well, now that judge can dial in and vote real time with all the other judges that are live and on the spot because they have access to all the same information other than the in-person interviews that you like to do on the stage.
This is cool. Wow.
I was going to share my screen if that's for a second to kind of give you an idea of some of the functionality that some people might not be aware of.
It's basically your show, Brett. You can do whatever you want.
And if anyone has any questions for Brett, please post them in the chat room here. If you guys want to know anything about the FHL app, if you want to know anything about using it, how to get in touch with them, anything you want to know, just pop it in there and we'll ask Brett and he'll answer for you, hopefully.
Yeah, look how good that person is. Wow, he's a freaking good-looking guy.
So this is a user profile. Everyone that is in the system that competes has a user profile, and it basically keeps an entire history of every event you've ever attended. We know what score you got, what rank you got, what categories you competed in, and we also display that information immediately at the end of an event. So you don't have to take time to tally up votes and post stuff afterwards. It's literally one click of a button, and everything gets pushed out, and everybody has access to the results. And I can see here that, Aaron, you've been in quite a few competitions, FHL-related competitions through the years.
Yeah, I've done a few. I like this last one, badge number 69. Nice.
I remember that one. That one was fun.
That's when I kicked Scott's butt.
Shut your mouth. You did not kick my ass. I almost beat you.
Almost counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, and beard competition are neither one of those things.
So I'm going to run into an event real quick and kind of show you some of the background stuff. So we store literally everything about a competition. You can come in and pop through the event items. You can edit it, registration information. You can launch it, on-site check-ins. We track the organizations that are involved, the judges that have been assigned to judge, and even the results. You can go in afterwards and see what were the results, what were the fan voting results, most fan points, which some people like to use for the best in show as well. And if you edit an event, you can come in and we can make some changes to it. So the ability to enable self-registration is just a click button. That's an on or off option to allow them to just use their phone to do their own registration. They can pick the category they want to compete in. They can upload a picture. They can take a picture live. They can compete in multiple categories if it's allowed. And this is where you kind of control the rules in the back end, allow multiple category participation if you want to be in multiple categories. Olympic rules is basically,
they allow multiple categories because that's been an issue at some multiple FHL events over the years, and now it's available.
Right.
It's super good.
Yes, we had to make people log in multiple times, and that's a real pain in the ass during registration. It slows registration down.
Yep.
Olympic rules, basically, when you have. We recommend this if you have 7 or more judges, and what it does is it drops the highest and lowest score to come up with a better average. And some of the larger clubs like to use that. I think it benefits overall in the scoring. And then there's other different options within the event, but we basically store everything, the categories, the different categories that are available. This is where you set everything up on the back end. And we track all of that. And of course, after the event, you can come in and see who won, what was available, what scores they got. You can come in and look at the different categories. We can sort by the different types of categories. We've got a couple of special ones we created, like we created the K9 group for the guys in Austin. We created the Halloween group, obviously, for the Mad Viking because of their event. But you can come in and see the different areas that you can compete. And then we can show you the different categories that exist. So we'll go into the mustache category. These are all the mustache descriptions. These are the judging criteria. You can come in here and we can edit that. We can edit the picture. So it really keeps a very organized, controlled view of the data. And again, it gets down to button clicks. So judging is never transferred from one medium to another. It's all instantly saved in the database.
There's so much information in this app. Or on the website, I guess.
We can track the most fan points. We can track judges' codes, fan voting, who the fans picked in each of the categories. So there's a really detailed dive in the information that we save. And if you look at the users, we've got 13,302 total users registered within the system.
Wow.
So it continues to grow. We've got the ability to push bulk emails out. We don't do that. We don't like to do that.
Yeah.
We track all the clubs in the system. You can create clubs. You can add information about your clubs if you'd like. We have the ability to merge accounts, push notifications. So there's been a lot of time and effort that's gone into the development of the software.
So basically what you're showing us is like the back end of the software that everyone would use at an event. So basically like when you would go to an event now, like we could, like if we're going to do another online event coming up and we decide that we're going to use the FHL app to run the event, now we can just have people easily, just like I said, just all they have to do is go and to the FHL website, download the app, and then now all these new features will be on there so that they can just take their own picture. Then they can update it the day of the competition. Yep. And then, all the voting will do like we've done before. So this is great, Brett.
Yeah, but we think it'll help speed things up. And again, the reason I kind of went about building this is I saw a lot of clubs putting in an awful lot of work to put on great shows. And most of them were doing very, very similar things. Because each event has its own personality, but check-in, registration, judging, things like that are pretty similar. And the nice thing about I think the app is, especially with the clubs that have adopted it, is that it allows them to actually enjoy the event instead of running around, putting out fires and trying to manage and track everything. It just allows people to kind of relax and enjoy the day.
Takes some of the work out of the event for people putting
some of it. Yeah, some of it. And again, the fact that you can push results out immediately, that as soon as an event is closed down, each of the competitors can see what their scores were and get a better understanding of we do things like we anonymize who the judges are, so you can see what the scores are, but we don't tell you which judge gave you which score.
Right.
You create a little less drama during events. So we've done things along the way. And we had to try those out, right? So at first we showed the judges, and then people got a little upset, and then we
people were bombarding the judge. Why did you give me an 8? Yeah, I'm like, all right, let's.
It took like 1 or 2 events for us to say maybe that wasn't the best idea.
Let's not do that.
But to date, we've done 203 beard competitions using the software, so it really has helped us kind of hone it in and allow it to run very, very cleanly.
And it's definitely come a long, long way. It runs so much better now than it did back in 2015.
Yes, I would agree with that.
And on top of that, we've kind of designed this a little bit more to work even better with online competitions now, because, before I think the whole system was more designed to be like in-person events and stuff like that. And, with it being now a year ago when we first utilized this website to do the thing for Aaron's sister.
Talking Beards, the competition, volume 1.
Oh, that's right. I couldn't remember the name of it.
That was it.
But yeah, I mean, it has definitely come a long way just in the past year. Sean Murphy has a question here. He asks, does it create a judge profile to determine if you're scoring better than average against a judge?
If you're scoring better than average against a judge.
I'm assuming he's just talking about like fantasy voting.
Well, for fantasy voting, we've got really detailed results for event histories, right? So if you go into fantasy voting or tracking most fan points, for fantasy voting, you have to log in and we only show you what you voted on. We don't show you what everyone else voted on. But we can show you how you ranked on the admin. We track how you rank, so we know who the top 3 are. We've got all the data. We could actually do a comparison, and that's actually a pretty good idea to do a comparison of how the fan voting stacks up compared to the judges, because I'll be honest with you. There's 2 or 3 people that consistently come in the top 3 judging at these events, and I've always wondered why they haven't been invited to be judges on more live events, because they're just naturals at it.
Yeah, I've seen several people that are consistently at the top of these things. So, yeah, I don't know. People should look at the fantasy voting to help pick their judges.
They've got that, there's a skill set. And what I'd like to do is get my developers to come up with a running list on the fan voting to see who's consistently, averaging higher, who's got the most points at the end of the year. The fan voting is really pretty cool. The fact that anybody can log in anywhere in the world and pick who they think the winners are going to be, and then come back in and see the results after the categories are closed and the event's over is pretty cool. It adds an element that you just can't get at a live event.
Yeah, so Sean Murphy is just really diving deep into this thing. He says, so if a judge average good score is a 4, and for that person you get a 5, you're scoring better than their average.
This all makes no sense to me whatsoever.
I think you're overthinking it, Sean Murphy.
That's a math question.
Yeah, we don't do math here.
I was
Brett probably does,
math.
but he's an archaeologist now, so he's leaving the mathematician stuff behind him. He's going to go dig rocks from
he's
now.
Triangulating like scientific satellite data to find where.
This is just beer competitions, Sean Murphy. We're not mathematicians, so.
But we could. All of that stuff's available. It's really just a matter of time.
Oh, hey, Monty.
All right.
That's the messages we like. Oh, hey. Thank you, Monty, for saving the day.
So what have you heard in the underworld rumblings of the beard community as for like competitions and events coming up this year? Has anyone been like reaching out to you? I mean,
Well, as you know, it was a ghost town in second, third, and fourth quarter of last year. And actually second quarter, people were still being optimistic and scheduling, and they just never happened, obviously.
Yeah.
We're just starting to get requests for new events coming in for physical on-site events.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I think what's nice now is that we have the ability that if something happens and you can't have an on-site event, you can still have your event remotely using the software with really little to no extra effort. It's actually easier because everyone's registering themselves instead of you having to do registration.
Yeah, exactly, Michelle.
Michelle says, I love it because of you can't attend the event. You can still see the competitors and vote.
Yes. And the one complaint I get from everybody, and it's honestly, folks, it's not something I can control, is the Whiskerinas. So Whiskerinas take time to put together these unbelievable beards they have. But when they show up, they check in and they have none of their beard stuff on because then they have to go back and spend an hour doing it, right? Mm-hmm. And so we get a lot of complaints for the fantasy voting because they're trying to vote on the Whiskerina group and they can't see the actual beards that they're competing with. So I'm hoping now that we have the ability for users to self-update their pictures, that we can encourage the folks that are creating beards to update their picture before their closer to when their category starts.
So during the event, the competitor can still update their picture for the fantasy voting for people at home.
Yes, you can. You just can't do it once your category's begun. That's where it's locked off. So if you're a Whiskerina and I know the Whiskerinas like to go early because they don't like to wear the heavy stuff for hours and the humidity and the problems they can arise with that. But if Whiskerinas are at the end of the evening, then they can wait until just before their category begins, make the update, and then the fantasy voting world will actually see a good representation of what they're getting judged on.
Well, just to that aspect, I really like that because, I know a lot of people, I've heard the same exact thing. And I know me and Natalie both at live events have, tried to be like, hey, don't forget to put your beard on before you take your picture. And they're like, oh, yeah, well, I can't put it on, but I'll hold it, at least try to do something. But, obviously we can't grab every Whiskerina and can't be at every event, but
no. And I personally get riddled with a lot of complaints about that. And I just try and explain, look, I can't control the competitors. They're going to do what they want to do. And I understand that some of these, you've seen these outfits, they're huge, they're massive. They take a lot of time to get finalized. But I think having that ability to update your registration photo should help for people to just take a quick snap right before their event starts.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that just from that aspect. And like you said, doing these live events that Scott and I've done a couple last year, these online events, it's just, it's so much work because, when you go to a live event, people stand in line, you take a picture, put it in their thing, take a picture, put it in their thing. And it's different for us because we're having to get people to email us pictures, or if people just don't send us an updated picture, we have to go scope out their Facebook or something. And it's a process. It is a lot of process, especially that last one, because we had like 208 competitors, I think. And half of them waited to the last day to register. So then that added a whole other aspect to the whole thing.
And then you guys actually become the bottleneck because you get flooded with data that has to get in the system, and there's a set amount of time and a large number of people. So again, the self-registration should spread the responsibility out among everybody and can probably, in reality be done very, very quickly with little effort.
Even if like half the people do this online registering for themselves, that would be a huge help for us.
Yeah, I think it'll make everything run smoother.
I agree.
And really, for an event like that, you guys would not have to do anything other than create the register the event, and then start the event, and then MC the event, and then announce the winners. And
boom,
get rid of all the heavy lifting.
I like this.
I like this too.
Scott really likes it. He doesn't like picking up heavy stuff.
I don't. I pick up heavy stuff all the time. I don't want to be like coming home on my leisure time and like, I'm going to kick back and do some beard stuff. Oh, let's lift some more things.
That's right. Pick up all the heavy things.
The only thing I want to lift are like arrowheads and all that fun stuff.
Oh, don't get me started on that.
Speaking of arrowheads, boy, Brett, do you have a heck of a collection going on for some arrowheads?
I have an addiction that I started actually later in life, but I'm pretty fascinated by them. So much so that I told you guys earlier, I spent a good chunk of my evenings watching college professors do really boring PowerPoint slides on the history of North American Indians and how they moved and how they lived, and really have learned a lot and enjoyed the hell out of it.
Wow, that sounds riveting, Brett.
Why didn't Native Americans have beards?
Well, how do you know they didn't?
I don't know, because every picture you see of them, they don't have them.
If I had to guess, I would say because a large portion of people came to the Americas over the Bering Strait when it was a landmass. So there is a heavy Asian influence in northeastern Russia. Mm-hmm. You'd have to wonder, were there a lot of beards that came from that region at that time? I don't know why they wouldn't have beards. I mean, just if you think about the history, the last 500,000 years of mankind, I think beards have been a pretty significant part of attracting a mate, of showing females that there's a high level of testosterone, which probably correlates with success at hunting or success at fathering children or whatever it is. There's some kind of connection there.
So then this brings me to my next question. Because of your fascination with arrowheads and all that stuff, I mean, could they have sharpened something sharp enough to actually shave?
Oh, absolutely. I use these all the time.
You use them to shave?
No. This is a great example of a knife that they'll build, and you can see the sharp edge. But I'll use this. I use this particular one to skin a deer with. So they built these mostly in the region where I hunt. They built these for buffalo.
Dude, that's awesome.
Now this one is just. I don't know if you can see this. I want to try an experiment here. I'm going to put a light behind this to see if you guys can see. Can you see the thinness on the edges? That light right there or right here, that's an incredibly sharp. The rock has basically been cut thin enough that you can see light through it.
Wow. Which
means it is incredibly sharp, and I don't see why they couldn't cut hair with this, just like they would cut tendons on a buffalo or cut meat from a skin. But
I mean,
this is actually a really great one.
But when that stone was originally made and everything, I mean, obviously it didn't have all those like weird jagged edges and stuff on it. I mean, I'm sure it had. Did it have like I mean, have you ever found an arrowhead or anything that's had like a really nice straight edge on it, or are they all pretty much real jagged and everything?
Well, not perfectly straight, but I've seen some that are pretty good. And when you consider all they were doing was, flint knapping with a piece of antler and rock, I'd say any type of edge is pretty freaking impressive, right? Expecting a straight edge might be a little bit much, but the sharpness of it is you can cut yourself very easily with these rocks, some of them. And of course, the arrows, you're with an arrow, you're looking for a point. You're looking for something to pierce skin.
But that just, my whole thing is like the whole like Indian, like Native Americans, and you don't ever see any depiction of Native Americans in any pictures drawn or even like photography pictures, like early pictures of Native Americans having facial hair. And, that question get brought up, but then, could they use these stones and stuff to actually shave if they had to? I'm sure they used to scalp people, right?
I would have. Maybe they use fire. I don't know. There's a lot of
burn their facial hair off.
Well, there's hair burns.
Yeah,
wow.
that's true.
If you've been at one of my barbecues, you realize you can lose your arm hair pretty fast.
So Brett cuts people's hair off with fire. That's pretty amazing. I've seen those videos on the internet. It's a real thing.
Those guys are insane. The Indian guys.
Do you want to know what else is a real thing?
What else is a real thing?
Is that a segue?
The poop knife.
Originalpoopknife.com.
It's a real thing.
Sweet Tea says this is some pretty interesting stuff, Brett.
Well, thank you. I know we're veering off the route of beards, but I'll show you one other thing. One great thing about hunting for arrowheads is you also find some really cool stuff on the ground. And the area that I hunt is down near the border of Mexico. And it at the time, millions of years ago, it was an ocean, basically. So I find all sorts of really cool things like this. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know what this is.
That's cool looking.
It could be a piece of coral, or it's something that doesn't look like it was originally stone that turned to stone. But I'm always finding all sorts of little rocks and shells and things like that are in the rocks that we find that I just pick them up and bring them home. You should see my backyard. I've literally got stacks of rocks and crystals. I find it's a
Will says he's seen photos of Apache Indians having mustaches. That's interesting. So if they can grow a mustache, they can grow a beard. So how did they?
Well, think about it. Shannon Chicken Bread, he can grow a beard, but not a mustache. So. That's not necessarily true. Just because you can grow a mustache doesn't mean you can grow a beard.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah, Jackie would attest to that.
Yeah, he can't grow a beard at all.
Can you shave a kitten with an arrowhead?
I could.
We should try it one time.
We should shave you with an arrowhead. What do you think about that?
I'll send you one. I'll send you my sharpest one, and you guys can do a little study on that. How's that?
Perfect. Natalie will love that if I shave her new cat with.
See, now I'm going to research that. I'm so geeked out about this. So I'm going to get on the Googles and find out whether shaving was done by stone at one time.
It could have been.
But think about it. Even going into any culture in the world for hundreds of thousands of years or however long, but they obviously shaved, or they had to have a way of shaving, and it's not like they were able to forge metal and make razor blades.
No, but they could have had rough scissors. It could have just hurt like hell when they did whatever they did, and then you'd think it wouldn't be worth it. But
here we go. Yeah. The Egyptians used a solution of milk, honey, and other additives, making a paste to remove hair. So basically, the Egyptians invented Nair.
Yeah, they waxed their faces.
The Egyptians invented the Brazilian? That's fantastic.
Wow. Yeah. Why they call it the Brazilian? They should call it the Egyptian now.
They should. Thanks, Not My Home.
We like
Wow.
This. We're learning so much.
I had no idea I'd learned so much today.
That's what we do over here on Talking Beards.
Chicken Bread says most Native Americans have very little facial hair. And see, you didn't see how we were going to be able to turn this fascination of your arrowheads into something that was revolving around facial hair.
You really did manage to bring it around. That was beautiful.
I did. And we got to talk about multiple topics that we all like.
Absolutely. And we can talk about cars next. Should we talk about beat up cars and rebuilding cars?
Do you still have a garage full of doors, or did you start selling them?
Oh no, I still have 72 doors in my garage. But I will tell you
awesome.
this: I am modifying a vehicle, and it's the first time I've modded a vehicle ever, which is
what
really
are you working
cool.
on?
I got I bought a Tundra, and
wow.
It's the first time I've realized that you don't have to keep a stock car. You can really do some pretty cool swap outs. And I've done a number of things, and I've had a camper to the top. I'm going to be putting a roof rack on it, updating the bumper, doing all sorts of little things here and there. But I've enjoyed the hell out of it.
You should put 5 tires on it.
Yeah, well, I've considered going to 17-inch mud tires eventually. But I installed some hood-mounted floodlights that I ran the wires with for myself, and even added my little button inside the cabin. So I was pretty impressed with that.
So basically, you're a mechanic now.
No, I'm not. No,
that's what I'm hearing.
I know enough to screw up and call somebody and look for an answer and then try and fix it.
So what year Tundra are you working on here?
It's a 2020.
Okay, awesome.
Yep. I put some rock sliders on. That almost broke my back. Holy crap. That was tough.
Basically, we're going to have to go down to Dallas and we're going to go on a outdoor excursion with Brett looking for arrowheads.
I'm trying to build an overland vehicle with a mobile shower unit and everything to be able to just go off the grid and go anywhere.
Oh my God. Did you
hear going off the grid with Brett Strauss?
You guys should absolutely head down to it's down near Del Rio. If you guys come down, absolutely. We'll shoot down there for a few days. I think you would love it. But it is, when I say off the grid, it is 40 minutes from Wi-Fi.
Nice.
So it's out in the middle of nowhere.
So you just use your satellite phone?
No, not yeah, maybe use satellite phone, but it's near an area called Devil's River, which once was home to a large herd of buffalo and quite a few different Indian tribes over the last 12,000 years.
Eric Choate wants to know if the FHL app works if you're off the grid.
No, it does not.
Ooh,
nothing works.
No beard competitions down there.
Nothing works off the grid.
An off the grid beard comp.
Sponsored by FHL.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just come back on Monday and see what happened.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah.
Crystal,
seriously. Hey, Crystal. Yeah, off the grid is really off the grid. There's one area, if you've got 4-wheel drive, you can get up to that. Sometimes you can get 1 or 2 bars depending on which way the wind's blowing, but that's about it. So I mean, the population out there is like one person for every 10,000 acres. So there's no reason to have Wi-Fi.
Dude, I don't know. I agree with T. This sounds amazing.
It is. It's I'm telling you, it is wonderful. I mean, you come back and you haven't seen the news and you haven't seen anything political, and you've just been out in the country walking around. We're either hunting or we're hunting for
arrowheads.
Yeah.
This is great. Well, all right. So everyone, make sure you guys go over to the facialhairleague.com, download the FHL mobile app for either your iOS device or your Google or Android device over there. If you guys are interested in utilizing the FHL app, reach out to Brett at FHL.com.
Folio Grow. All right. I know it's Brett at facialhairleague.com.
Oh, sorry. I abbreviated it.
Come on, Scott.
Shut up,
I didn't have 1 million plus for the 3-letter URL.
Oh,
but you got this now, though. Facialhairleague.com. Check out Brett Strauss and all of his arrowhead adventures at brettstrauss.com. All right.
Well, don't forget, he was supposed to announce that he's going to be making his own handmade Indian arrowheads that he's going to be selling on the facialhairleague.com in the store.
That's right.
They're going to be FHL branded. They're going to have like the logo guy on the side of the arrowhead.
Good luck with that.
No, you good luck. You're the one making them. All right, Brett. It's always nice to see you and good to hear from you, and glad that you're doing well and exploring the world, getting arrowheads and constantly evolving the Facial Hair League. And I look forward to all the FHL events coming up this year, and hopefully there might be a new online one coming up soon.
Great. Thanks, guys. Enjoy your poop knife.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks, Brett.
Say, Brett.
You enjoy your poop night, Brett.
Did you update the refresh the BS Buttons Beard Bulletin Board?
You know what? I'm gonna refresh the BS Button Beard Bulletin Board. Aaron D. Johnston. Brett always has the best stories. I love having him on.
So I'm looking at Andrew Matson's Facebook page, and it does not look like anyone is going to win anything. So if you tuned in earlier or not earlier and you're just tuning in now, if you go to Andrew Matson's Facebook page, it is his birthday. Go to his Facebook page, post on his, is it still a wall? Whatever. Post on his page, happy birthday, and you will win an Honest Amish soap if you post the most amount of times. So the more absurd amount of times you post, the more stuff you will win. So keep that in mind.
So last night during the Craft Whisker battle, apparently I now have a new nickname, Skylar.
Skylar, I like it, Skylar.
Well, we figured Skylar Sykora was just so much better. So
that's a good name. That's like your new stage name when you retire from window washing and go back to being a rock metal god.
It could be my drag name though.
Okay. Or you could go be a drag queen. That's fine. I was keeping you being, a musician. You
could do that too.
But no, you're a drag queen now. Skylar right. Sykora to the stage.
So,
please.
Okay. We got the BS Button Beard Bulletin Board.
This is your bulletin board. Everyone that is watching the show right now is sponsored by BS Buttons. So, this is a BS Buttons Beard Bulletin Board. Post anything you want in the world, and we will talk about it. Go.
What? All right. So the first thing up on the BS Button Beard Bulletin Board, Sean Glander posts, the trunk is now closed. The website is now open.
Sean Glander is official. What is this amazing website? Big Sexy Beardbrand.com. Look at that. So, Sean Glander is no longer selling out of the trunk of his car. He is official. So go over to bigsexybeardbrand.com and order all of your beard oil, balm, soap, wash stuff needs.
Yeah.
Thank you. And get a free Talking Beards flyer.
That's right. Joshua Greger posts these pictures from he was at the Huntington station. They were donating haircuts for the haircuts for the homeless through the Salvation Army. So here's some of the pictures from the event. So if you want more information about that, let's see what else it says here.
Downtown Philly, giving haircuts.
Yeah, salvationofsorrowcincy.org is the website to go check out for that.
Yeah, Joshua does a lot of good work over there for the haircuts for the homeless, and he's got an event coming up beginning of October, and proceeds will go to that charity.
Robert Humphrey shared a group. He wants to know something fun in April. If anyone would be interested in sponsoring, please reach out. If you want to go check out more about this, it's a private group, so there might be an issue with that, Rob. So I don't know if people are going to be able to get in there to check it out.
But go check it out. Go find it. All my friends are bearded. Click it and get invited, or however it's going to work. But he's looking for people to help him out.
Josh Bethel says, "Have a great Monday."
Have a great Monday. Productions. Yeah, check out episode 12 of the Art Assault came on last Sunday. Episode 13, obviously, is coming up this Sunday. If you scroll down.
Also, don't forget, as you can see on the side of the screen here, the Saturday, April 3rd, is the Bookstore Barber Salon's charity car and bike show with a beard and mustache competition.
It's at the Pit Stop Bar in Nolanville, Texas. It was a really good venue. I went there back last November, and Central Texas Beard Mustache Club's a good group. Go check them out, help them out, and go compete. It is a live event.
Here's the picture.
Is amazing.
I know, that's really cool. That
I need it.
Yeah. that Josh they did the other night on the Art Assault show.
I
That
like
is
it.
really cool.
I like it a lot.
Room Green Productions, if you want to see. Oh my gosh, did Josh Bethel? Oh,
This is the Josh Bethel Beard Bulletin Board tonight.
it's been the Josh Bethel Beard Bulletin
It
Board
has
for like
been.
the
So
last 3 months.
everybody, it's Josh Bethel and Sean Glander. Yeah, everybody. If you have anything you want to post on here, post it up. So
Yeah, that's it. It was a slow week, everyone. So
sir. That's it. So yeah, this has been episode number 113 of Talking Beards. That's it. So don't forget to go over to Andrew Matson's Facebook page, and you have till midnight, and I will check them tomorrow and count, and I will send you a soap or something more if it gets really ridiculous. So I'm Aaron D. Johnston. Thank you for everybody stopping by, checking out the show, and hopefully we'll be back next week, and you can check us out again.
hopefully we'll be back next week.
I don't know. Hey, man, you never know. Probably be back. Probably.
Jeez. Yeah, and I'm Scott Sykora. You can find me on Facebook, but we want you to go over to talkingbeards.com. There you can subscribe to the podcast. You can check out all the episodes of the show via either video or podcast-wise. You can also check out our merch. We got some cool T-shirts and stuff. So if you're in the market for a new T-shirt or sweatshirt or something, that's the best place to go get one. You want to get a really cool Talking Beard shirt. But
we've got all the good merch over there.
Yeah, all the good merch. So, but that is it. So we want to thank everyone. Happy birthday, Andrew Matson, super fan, number one. And yeah, so thank you everyone for checking in. Thanks, Brett, for coming on and sharing us all the new information on the FHL mobile app. And keep your eyes peeled. You may see some usage out of it sometime in the near future. We don't know.
Maybe.
Who knows?
All right, everybody. Everybody have a great night. Don't forget to share this episode. Okay, bye.
We hope you enjoyed this week's episode of the Talking Beards podcast. You can find out more information by going to talkingbeards.com. There you can subscribe to the podcast, make a donation to our show, or pick up some really cool Talking Beards merchandise. We hope to see you in the chat room. You can find us over at facebook.com/talkingbeards if you want to participate in our chat. Thank you again for checking the show out, and we hope you have a great week. Make sure you come back next week at 8 p.m. on Tuesday evening to watch the show live. Until next time, thanks.